What's up, you guys? This is going to be probably my last celebrity reading for the day. This is for a request from Michael Jackson. So I will be doing pretty much just an anniversary reading because it's the anniversary of his death. So I'm going to look into that. I think it's the ninth or 10th year anniversary. Ninth or 10th, I don't remember. So I'm just going to do an energy reading. Um, I'm not even sure what the person wanted me to do, like what exactly to look into when it comes to him. Obviously, he's passed on. So, if there's a message that we can receive from Michael, anything that he would want to say, I've channeled his energy before just based on just me personally doing it. And he has a very, like, low-key energy, very just lighthearted energy. Of course, everybody knows him as like playful energy, but it's like really carefree. Um, and I just seen this fortune because I have fortune cookie fortunes I keep. It says you believe in the goodness of mankind. So I don't know if this is a message from him. First off, so that's his first message. Okay. Um, the cards that I pulled are kind of interesting. So I have a leg up, which is like a mama bear protective energy, and that could just be his connection to his children or children in general. I have the yin card, something about feminine energy, with the soulmates card. To be fair, time for a nap. Let's see. Let's clarify these cards. Eight of Swords clarifies a leg up. The Knight of Cups clarifies the yin card. The Emperor clarifies the soulmate card. The Five of Wands clarifies the to be fair card. And the Lover's card clarifies time for a nap. So he's speaking on love, but it doesn't have to necessarily be romantic love, but he is bringing that up. The first thing I feel like, I'm going to just skip to this card to be fair with the Five of Wands. He really is not about wars, and he's not about drama. He's not about fighting, and I feel like he's expressing that. He's not in this realm anymore. Like, this is not his dimension anymore, but it's like he still has an attachment to it because he was once human, and he has people here that still connect with him, whether it be his family, whether it be through his fans or people that bring him up or remember him. So he's aware of all this, the chaos, I feel, is what he's like, chaos is happening, and he's not about that. Um, he's almost coming up as a woman in this reading, even though he's a man. He's coming up very womanly. Um, his energy is very womanly, very feminine, very motherly. Um, he's, I would say that he's just so, like, disgusted with certain things that he sees in this realm. It's like disgusting. Um, if he was alive now, he would be very depressed. That might be part of the reason why he's not here anymore, because it's like where the world is headed, he would be very depressed here. Like, it's disgusting. Like, that's how he's thinking. Like, that's how he's looking at life, or how he's looking at this dimension in this world that we call the 3D reality, the 3D world. It's like, it's disgusting to him. It is. Because this woman is, like, terrified. Like, she's not having it. And like I said, he's coming up as a woman. He's very loving and very protective of those that he cares about. He can see through the BS of things. Um, he doesn't have any ill will towards his children. Like, it's almost like he's saying it's none of his business what his children do, who they are, what they're about. Um, He's disgusted by this world, especially when it comes to children. Because he's coming up as like a mom, a motherly energy. Even though he's a father, he resonates with that. He feels a deep bond as a father. His soulmate energy, I feel like, is his bond with children, I feel. Maybe a child specifically. If there's a child that he feels is his soulmate, not in a romantic sense, could be one of his own. It's one specific child. Not that he doesn't love all children or all his children the same, but there's one specific child that he feels is like soul connected to him or is like him. I think I know who that is. With the Yin card and the Knight of Cups, I feel like this is him. He wants people to be more in tune with their feminine and masculine side, but more so feminine energy. He feels like feminine energy as is not being appreciated. He doesn't feel like women are appreciated enough. He doesn't feel like enough people utilize um, he doesn't feel like people utilize their feminine energy enough in a healthy way, I feel. Because he's coming up very feminine. Like, I keep picking that up. And he kind of was even here. Like, he was very feminine-like. But he really feels like that energy is needed. He feels like women are not respected. Mothers are not respected. Um, he says it's time for a rest when it comes to love and relationships. I don't know why I'm getting that. I'm not saying that he doesn't want people to be in love or to have relationships, but he feels like the love and relationships that are out there are disgusting too. He doesn't agree with them. It's almost like he feels like these relationships that a lot of people are into, they're not true love relationships. They're selfish. That's what he's saying. They're selfish. I want to say, because when I'm looking at these two people, they're connected, but they're not intertwined in a way that's like just, I have to have you, I need you, um, I own you, I control you, you're mine, you can't do this, I don't want you to be like this, I don't want you to say that, I don't want you to do that, don't talk to this person, don't look at this person, um, you're you're in control of my happiness, you have to make me happy, if you do this, you're making me unhappy, I hate you, don't do this. He feels like that's not true love, and that's what a lot of relationships are based off of, and it's disgusting to him. Another thing that I pick up is these two people are pointing at their heart chakras. So it's like they know, I'm not getting into all that, but he knows that he's very forgiving, by the way. So whatever he's been through, he's very forgiving. He's not holding on to any of that. Because wherever he is, this stuff down here doesn't mean shit to people on the other side. I always pick that up. Certain things that like we worry about down here on the other side, they don't care about that. It's like this stuff doesn't mean anything to them at the end of the day. Like they could care less about it. They wouldn't even want to come back here unless they have to. So they don't even care. So anything that anybody's did to him, any other things like that, he doesn't even care about it. He's just about love. And there's a lot of things that are opposite of love that he just does not like. It's not the people that he doesn't like. You know, Donald Trump, he might say something like, we look at Donald Trump and say, I hate him or I can't stand him or why is he president? He looks at Donald Trump's behavior as disgusting, not the person. The behavior as disgusting. The things that people do, the killings, he doesn't look at the person as disgusting. He looks at their behavior as disgusting. Or that's the word I pick up. He's just displeased. Like it's just like what he doesn't like the behavior. It's not the people, it's the behavior. But when it comes to love, he's like it's time for a rest for certain relationships because some of them, a lot of them nowadays are not, there's lacking self-love, there's lack of balance. He's all about balance. He's all about feminine and masculine, but he feels like there's an emphasis on rising up feminine energy. He's heavy on that, I feel. There's a lot of women in these cards more than there is male. He might even be working on helping people heal through his music or through love. If you listen to anybody from like back in Michael Jackson's era, like 60s and 70s, everything was about love, even though they talked about making love and sex and stuff, but it was coming from the heart chakra. It was coming from the heart. It wasn't anything like the lower chakras, the sacral chakra, all about the bitches and the hoes and all of that. That era was more based off male and female harmony and balance. Even as people, yeah, there was racism and all of that and stuff going on in the government and wars, but there was also that other side that connected on a hardship level, and I feel like that's what he's wanting. I don't know how to explain it. Um, but that's what I'm picking up for him. It's like he's heavily just displeased, I feel. And he's the type of person that loves everything and everybody, and I feel like people misunderstood him. They took him for a weirdo. They exploited him. I'm not gonna look into all that other stuff, whether that's true or not about what he did to kids and all that. I feel like it's a no, and if it is true, it might be something within him that it's some sort of underdevelopment, lack of understanding. It's a lot going on, so I don't want to get into that. But I feel most of him couldn't really be here because it's like if he was still here today, he would be so distraught and so depressed and just couldn't deal with it anymore. He just couldn't deal with it anymore. So regardless if if it's true he got murdered or something happened to him, it all aligns. But at the end of the day, the higher self knows when it's time to go, and I feel like he just couldn't be here anymore. He just couldn't take it. Um, and he's big on love. He's big on respect. He loves his mother. I don't know if he's feeling for her because I get that too. I don't know if she's like the things that she's saying is just unfathomable. Like as she's here, what she's witnessing is too much for her. But he feels for people. He wants people to be in love. He wants people to have love, to love themselves, to love each other. But it's not coming from a selfish, egotistical place, which that's how love is operated down here. And I totally agree with him on that. A lot of people are in situations and relationships with people that do not serve them. Um, us ourselves can be very selfish when it comes to love. Selfish when it comes to loving ourselves. We feel like it's wrong to love ourselves. We're taught that it's wrong to respect and love ourselves first before we love another person. We're wrong. We're taught that it's wrong to cut people out of your life that don't serve you, even if that means family. I feel like he's on that as well. If it's not good for you, let it go. Because he sees family relationships as very selfish and disgusting too. It's not just romance. He's looking at everything. Like, it's time out. It's time for a nap. It's time out. But I feel like people can receive healing from his music. There's something about his music that's healing, I feel. It is. Even when I listen to it, it is. But I feel like there's healing that needs to take place that he's speaking of. And I feel like that was his job, and that's what he was about. His music was here to heal. Um, he was a magician. He tapped into other realms when it came to his music. Same with Prince. I feel like Prince tapped into other realms when it came to his music. Prince is a whole nother other level. He's like, they both have this androgynous feel to them. I feel Michael Jackson's more feminine than androgynous, but Prince is like that androgynous being. But he definitely tapped into some other realms and energies, I feel. And he's saying this music can be very healing. But that's what I'm picking up for him. I'm not picking up anything else. Um, I just wanted to pick up a message from him, like what he wants to know, or what he wants us to know, and what he wants us to hear, and that's what I'm picking up. All right. Much love to you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Whoever requested this, I hope you've enjoyed it. Much love.